What a beautiful backdrop we've got to our little video. Lewis, welcome.
Kim, good to be here.
Now, how long have I known you now?
Let's say 30 years, give or take.
Yeah, and it was in Darwin when I first met you.
First meeting, yes.
It's always been a bit of fun.
Indeed, yeah.
Enjoyed that Pommy accent and that cruisy sort of lifestyle that you live and what you enjoy.
Someone's got to do it.
You do.
Yeah.
Now, Lewis, only just recently you were spending some time in Adelaide with a good friend of yours, and I picked you up. We went down to Shingleback Wines, and you got to experience the little tasting room down at Shingleback.
Yeah.
And what was your first experience of the tasting room?
Well, I thought this is the right ambience for what we're about to do here. This looks just the spot for a glass of wine or two.
Right.
And that's what happened. And I think I finished up buying a box, if I remember rightly.
Well, you actually bought the winter box, which is actually a fine selection of award-winning wines by Shingleback, and it showcases probably a snapshot of what Shingleback has to offer. The D block is a fantastic wine. It has one of the D blocks. It has the Gate, it has the Tempriello, it has the GSM, and a couple of other bottles, but they're all award-winning wines. But why I'm here with you today, Lewis, is that you had some friends come across, and I explained to you the opportunity that you could have to take some friends down and enjoy the seafood basket. So please tell me the story.
Well, it transpired that the Shingleback winery was offering a package whereby you would dine in the kitchen, a 4-course wine-infused meal.
With Host.
With Host as our host.
Yes.
And he did a fabulous job. And the wines complemented the food.
Right.
And we had a very long and very enjoyable lunch.
Right. So can you just tell me what was on the menu? Obviously there was prawns, there were scallops, there was barramundi, I believe, there's whiting. Anything that I've missed out?
There was barramundi.
Yeah.
And then there was a very nice pork main course.
Right.
Wrapped in prosciutto.
Right.
And the dessert escapes me at the moment, so it'll come back to me. But anyway, it rounded off the meal, and my guests were delighted. They'll be telling their friends, and they'll be going back.
And I believe one of the guests she's into wine.
Very much so.
Very much
she was
so.
in her element. And she's also a bit of a cook. And,
right.
She picked her horse's brains after the event was over, just to make sure she understood what he'd been doing, and she was tickled pink.
Well, he's an international chef. He's semi-retired and he's working with the Davey estate down there, enjoying what he loves. And we also had that same experience with our guys, and we did the seafood, just totally seafood, and that again was just magnificent. So Lewis, just to wind it up, Shingleback in McLaren Vale, they're selling their wines internationally. They've got the big four here in Australia, but they do a lot of work in overseas markets. But if you had international guests or Darwin people that have never been to Adelaide and want to try some beautiful wines, what would be your take on sending them to Shingleback?
Well, you couldn't do better. The range of wines, the quality of the wine, and the ambience, I suppose, of the place, and the welcome. And the entertainment, and we even learnt something from Horst.
What was that?
Well, how to cook. A 4-course meal infused with wine. Even the butter for our rolls was infused with wine. Unbelievable.
No, he's a great guy. Lewis, thanks for your time.
Most welcome.
Good talking to you.
No worries.
And this is probably going to be a little bit of my home shortly. The backdrop that you see here, I'm actually going to return to Darwin shortly, and I'm going to set up business, and I've been doing business here for 35 years and I'm going to really enjoy it, and will become the ambassador for Shingleback Wines in Darwin. So thanks guys, speak to you soon.
Good
Cheers.
Work.